Hi everyone, welcome to School Age Crafts for June 17th. And today is part 2 of our bookie pops or bookmarky pops or lolly bookmarks or book lolly marks. Last week we did some swirly ones, and today we used popsicle sticks. Okay, and today we're going to do things slightly differently, and we're using our leftover clay. Remember, we used 4 colors last time. 3 is fine, but 4 is more the merrier. So last time I used a reddish brown, a tan, a mustard color, and a peach color to make this swirly lolly-like thing that we put on a lollipop. And today I'm going to show you what you can do with your leftover clay. All right. So last time we mixed up all of this clay, and we had leftovers of clay that was all rolled together. And instead of just pulling it apart, we can actually use these leftover pieces to create more items to use on a bookmark. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece right here. All right, and I'm going to cut it in 2. Probably use about half. And when I cut it in half, it still has that cool kind of swirly design there. Okay. But what we're going to do today for our book lollies is we're actually going to make them square. They're not going to be so lolly-like. And the way you'd make them square is you take your fingers, you tap each side here, kind of pinch the corners a little bit, and flatten it again. So now we have a nice something or other here. These also work as beads if you put holes in them. And actually we are going to put holes in these, but we'll get back to that later. Then I'm going to take the other piece and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take my thumb and 4th finger on top, and my same with the other hand on the other side, and we're going to make them into cubes. And then I'm going to flatten that cube so that it's still a square shape, but not a cube though, a little thinner than a cube. And with this one, with this piece, this is the result. I'm going to pinch each corner a bit, and then flatten again against a hard surface. Like so. Okay, so now we have 2 nice flat shapes about the same size. Okay, and then I'm going to take another leftover piece. It's all kind of jammed together. And I'm squinch them together. Flatten it a bit. Press it against a flat surface. Pinch each corner. Flatten again. Until you're pretty happy with how square and flat it is. Alright, so now we have 1, 2, 3 pieces that they're all different. They're all unique. Actually, the backs are very different too. And now, instead of using a popsicle stick like last time, we're going to use a skewer. Something, you might have a metal one at home, you might have a wooden one here. And we're going to make holes in these 2 different ways. The reason I want you to use a skewer is that if you have a taller book, then you have a longer bookmark. Okay, like if you have this is short, might do fine for a chapter book, but let's say you have like a picture book or a nonfiction book with pictures, then you've got this taller one as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna flatten these some more, is we are going to, for the first, we're going to take one of them and let's see, I think I want this one to be at the top. We're going to take one and make a hole in the middle. I think this one. Okay, so you see where I'm putting the hole right on the side, smack in the middle. Okay, and we are going to use the skewer to make the hole go all the way through. Okay, you want to hold on to each side and turn the skewer and push slightly. Don't push too hard or it'll lose its shape. The piece will lose its shape. Okay. And now I've made the whole thing come out. Okay, flatten it some more, flatten some more. And now we have a hole that's all the way through. Okay. And then you can take the whole, then you can basically take the skewer off. Okay, you got one piece. Now, the next 2 pieces we're going to do slightly differently. We're going to make a hole, but only halfway through. Not completely through. So let's see, for this side, I'm going to find middle point and put it about halfway through, not all the way. Make sure it goes straight in, otherwise it's going to come up the side. Okay. All right, so now we have a hole, but it's not going all the way through. And the same with your 3rd piece. Pick an end. Find a middle point. Go about halfway through the bead, not more than that, gently, slowly, so it doesn't poke out the middle. Okay, all right. So now these guys, take it out again. Now these guys are ready to bake. And like I said last time, you can bake, you're going to bake it at about 275 degrees Fahrenheit in a regular oven. Do not use a For these are a little bit smaller than the ones we had. I would give them about 15 to 20 minutes. If they're still squishy at the end, a little more, but about 20 minutes should do fine. Okay. And then when you take them out, cool them. And actually, you could do the same thing with the skewer as we did with the popsicle sticks. You can color it, paint it. Okay. The other thing you might try is a pipe cleaner. Okay, that works too. So I'm going to try it with a pipe cleaner and see what happens. Actually, I'm going to take a soft piece of clay, a harder piece of clay, like this piece that I did last time, and poke it through. It does work. So this is what you're going to do. After your pieces are done baking, take some glue, pour it out on a piece of paper, just a little bit. Take the end of a pencil or the end of a brush, and actually you don't even need to do that. You're going to take, yeah, these are not baked. See, we don't have an oven here, so we're not going to use these as an example. What I did at home was I did something similar. With different colors, I made these three. And actually with these, I made little grooves at the bottom where the holes are. You don't have to though. So these have been baked and they're hard. So what I can do now is take the one with the two holes, which is, let's see, this one. Okay, this one has two holes. And you see how I just slid the pipe cleaner right through? That was easy. But what you want to do though, so that it stays, is take a little bit of glue, put the glue where, just a tiny bit, put the glue where you want that bead to stay. Okay, I would go about 3 inches down, 2 or 3 inches down, dab some glue right there, and then we're going to slide it in, and then when the glue dries, it should stay there. And if it's not staying there, just take a little glue and dab it at the other end. Okay, but that should help it stick. Okay, now the other two beads, remember we only made a hole at one end of each. Okay, so one of these is going to be the bottom of your bookmark, and one of these is going to be at the top. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the top of the pipe cleaner, and carefully stick in the end. Okay. And don't forget, you want them both to lie flat. So, all right. And now I'm going to take my third one, and I'm going to take the bottom end, it's going to be the bottom end of your bookmark, stick it in some glue, like so, and I'm going to put it in the bottom one. I'm actually going to put some more glue on top, there, we needed some more glue. Okay, so now once the glue dries, you're going to have a nice long bookmark that will work nicely with a picture book. Okay, and the this is your top, this is your bottom, and depending how big, you want it to be, you can basically have your middle one just above where the book closes, and then this at top, and then this would be just under the book. And it is a very nice looking bookmark. I'm turning it on its side so you can have a better look. So glue is not dry yet, so I'm being super careful here. And if you turn it this way, you can see all those cool colors. And let me grab the book. Actually, this isn't a picture book. It is this actually fits very well with the chapter book. And if you lie it inside the book, there you have it. You have the bottom part coming out there, and the top part coming out here, and you are all set. So this one, this is one way to make a bookmark. It's not so lolly-like like the other one. The other thing I did was I took some leftover clay, slightly different colors than we used, and I made a big swirly lolly, just squeezing all of my leftover colors together and then flattening them so that we have this nice big lolly. Okay, so in the end, I'm going to wind up with some very nice looking bookmarks. See here, I'm going to slide this on carefully. It's not glued. I mean, it's not baked, so I'm not going to leave it there. But let's slide this one out here. Have a look. And that should tell you what it looks like. And it's okay if it's bendy. Pipe cleaners are bendy, because when you glue these on, they're not going to fall off. Okay, just make sure they're glued well, your glue is dry, and you will be all set. So that is part 2 of our clay bookmarks, and have fun finishing your project. And don't forget to sign up for our summer reading project, either through the Read Square app looking for Riverdale Library, or at riverdalelibrary.readsquared.com. Either way, you can sign up for the summer 2021 program, which is Tales and Tales. And don't forget to come by Mondays and Tuesdays if you can to pick up books. Or you can pick, actually, any day the library is open, you can come. But I am here Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm Miss Helen. And so if you want my advice, come in then. But you can come in other times as well. And don't forget to pick up your list. Don't forget to pick up your feather. And with the feather, you can color it, put your name on it, and give it to me. Either give it to me or leave it on my desk in the children's room, because then I will add it to our big peacock tail, which is on our summer reading bulletin board in the children's room. So enjoy the rest of your project. Have a great day, and I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.